final lesson in Spiral 1. And today we're looking at exterior angles of triangles. And the goal is that you can demonstrate an understanding of how the angle theorems apply when we're dealing with exterior angles. So what I want to do is I want to show in these two examples how exterior angles work. So what we're really looking for is we're looking for this angle here that's outside the triangle, and in B part this angle here. So the long way to do this is to find the missing angle, and I'll call that A, inside the other triangle. So we know that A plus B plus C equals 180 degrees. So A plus 74 plus 44 equals 180. Collecting up our like terms, we're adding our numbers together. We find that A equals 8 plus 118 equals 180. Using algebra, we want to get that A by itself, so we're going to subtract the 118 from both sides. And we do that again, so 118 goes to 0, and we're left with 180 equals 180 minus 118, which is 62 degrees. So that angle right there is 62 degrees. We're looking for that exterior angle, so I'll call it capital A for argument's sake. So we know that there is 180 degrees in a line, so capital A is going to equal 180 minus the 62 degrees. So if we do the 180 minus the 62, we get 118 degrees for the final answer. We can do the same for B part, and then we'll talk about the connection that we can find here. So in B part, same thing, A plus B plus C equals 180. If I call that angle in here A, it would be A plus 79 plus 32 equals 180. Collecting like terms, the 79 and the 32, we end up with A plus, I believe that's 111. That's equal to 180. Getting the A by itself, we need to subtract the 111. That leaves A by itself. The 180 minus the 111 is 69 degrees. Now I'll call this capital G here for that exterior angle, because that's what we're looking at. Again, we know that there's 180 degrees on a straight line. So 180 minus the 69 will give us 111 degrees. Now, in both cases, those numbers came into play. That 118 appeared right here in the equation. The 111 appeared right here in the equation. Where did they come from? Well, they came from taking the sum of the two known angles in both cases. So that exterior angle is really just the sum of the two other interiors. So therefore, exterior angle is equal to sum of opposite interior angles. And let's put a picture with that, so that when you look back at this makes sense. So a picture, create a triangle. If I put A and B in there, angle C would look on the outside, it would be your exterior. So C is equal to A plus B. All right? So there's the picture that goes along with that particular statement. All right, so on the following examples, we can speed this up a little bit. We know that this angle plus this angle, those are your two interiors, will give you that result. So we know that 20 plus F is going to give me that exterior angle of 135. Again, this is why we go through and review our algebra skills. Get F by itself. We're going to subtract 20 from both sides. F is equal to 115 degrees. So we don't have to go through the whole 180 process because we know our shortcut. Similarly, We know that that angle plus that angle, so those two angles, are going to equal our exterior. So that means angle C plus 110 equals 145. Again, using our algebra skills, C by itself, so we're going to subtract 110 from both sides. That will isolate C, leaving us with 5 and 3, so 35 degrees. All right. Moving on to my other two examples. We know that that angle plus that interior will equal the exterior, so 60 plus 40 is going to equal G. So in this case, we jump right to a final answer. We don't need to rearrange our equation. And G is 100 degrees. My last example on this page, again, that angle, T plus U, will equal your exterior, so 20 plus U equals 100. We want to isolate for U, so we're using our algebra skills. We need to get rid of our 20. Whatever we do to one side, we need to do the other. So that means U would be 80 degrees. So all those examples, they're all very, very similar, but the same, using the same property. All right, those two interiors are equal to the opposite exterior. Final examples here. Now, what about all the angles outside the triangle? So we know the interiors. What do we know about the sum of the exteriors? All right, so we go through and we do our 180 minus our angle, and that'll give us our final answer here. So in this case, 180 take away 85, 95 degrees. 180 take away the 25 is 155. And 180 take away 70 is 110. So those three angles that were just calculated here, they look like they don't really have a related relationship. However, if I was to add them up, 95 plus 155 plus 110, what will the result be? So if this was a regular class, I'd be doing an investigation here. But I'm just telling you what the answer is going to be. The three exterior angles of a triangle always add up to 360. So therefore, the three exterior angles of a triangle always add to 360. So again, a picture with that, what we're going to do is draw this properly. There we go. So we have a triangle with the spirals to the ends continued. So if we have A and, make sure I draw that properly. So this one should be extended. B, and I extended the wrong line. That angle there, C, so there we go. Draw that properly. We know that A plus B plus C is going to equal 180 degrees. Or sorry, 360 degrees. All right, so that's for that picture right there. For the example with that then, because we have exterior angles, that's drawn a lot better than what I did with my example. We know that A, B, and C, if we add those three exteriors up, we end up with 360. So doing our substitution here, 80 plus 140 plus C equals 360. Using our algebra skills, we collect like terms. So we have our 140 plus 80 gives us 220. Now we want to isolate for C, so we need to get rid of the 220, and we do that by subtracting. That will go to 0. C is then isolated, so 360 minus your 220 gives you 140 degrees. Alright, so those are the two properties that you're going to be using in the homework. You're going to be using your exterior angle one, so this one. And then you're also going to be using, oops, going back even farther, the sum of the two interiors gives you the sum of the exterior opposite angles. So keep those in mind when you're looking at the homework. If you have any questions, make sure you ask your teacher for help. And good luck, and we'll see you in Spiral 2.